Yes, guys, welcome back to another stream. It is the Thursday night show. Myself and Mr. Jamie Phillips is in the building. Unfortunately, well, I say unfortunately, I'm kind of happy he's there. Dan United is at a works night out, and we could have brought him on, but I'm pretty sure the guy would have been absolutely steaming. He messaged me yesterday and said, "I don't know, bro. I think I'm not going to drink tomorrow," and I'm like, right, okay, you know what I mean? And I think bringing him on tonight might have got him cancelled. So I was like, you know what, swerve that. Plus, to be honest with you, United at the moment are just moving in a different direction to Liverpool and City. To be fair, they're actually making signings, whereas City and Liverpool are just like chilling. We're both kind of chilling. So, guys, we're going to be speaking mainly about Liverpool and City tonight, but we're also going to be speaking on Arsenal as well. Why are Arsenal not making advantage? Why are they not making pure signings and try to get this sorted? So we're going to go through that in as well tonight. Guys, make sure you guys are smashing the like button. Smash the fucking likes. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel as well if you're new. For some reason, my camera's not focusing. I'll get that focused in a second. Jamie, how you doing, mate? You well?
Yeah, I'm not too bad. I'm still pretty upset with my football club, but apart from that, yeah, I'm all right.
Yeah, I'm going to ask you some questions, but I'm going to ask you some hard-hitting questions, mate, because a lot of Liverpool fans don't like me. I don't know if you've seen my video on the second channel.
I liked it, by the way. I watched it. I liked it. You spoke facts.
Mate, I'm gonna ask you some serious questions, bro, because I think some of your fan base always attack me, and I genuinely don't have anything against really any other club than United. I'm gonna ask you some questions. Before I do, let's give some shout outs for the people tuned in. We got Fraser in the building, says, "What is Tiki cooking?" Big up to Sam, big up to Jay Claus, big up to Sean, Aaron's in the building, big up to Shadow Viper, big up to you, bro, big up to Jess, Brendan, Ewan, Wazza, Jamie. Says LB gassing up Phillips as if he's prime Mascherano just for us to ditch him. All right, I never did that. Big up to Marshy Boy, VJ. Who else we got in here as well? The Oxycan, Cyro, Blue Moon Edits. Big up to Bevel TV as well. Mojis is in the building. Witherspoon, good to see you, bro. Bajon, Franklin, Igal. Arsenal have number two incoming soon, and then an attacker. Igal. You're not taking advantage, bro. Honestly. Right, let me ask some questions first of all to Jamie, man. Like, I'm gonna be real with you, yeah? I'm gonna be real with you. Jurgen Klopp's left, right? One of the greatest managers you've ever had in your whole football club history.
Yeah.
And probably the greatest Premier League manager you've ever had. You've got three players all out of contract at the end of the season. Mohamed Salah, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Virgil van Dijk. And you've made zero signings. Please, can you explain what's going on at your football club? Because when I say this, I get so many Liverpool fans attacking me saying, you don't know what you're talking about, blah, blah. And I'm just speaking. That everything I just said there was 100% facts.
Yeah.
What is going on at your football club, and why is some of your fan base coming for me when I just point out the current situation of your football club, bro?
Look, where we stand, what is it, 15th of August 2024? At this moment in time, it's pure incompetence. It's as simple as that, right?
I agree.
Like, if this was any other club, and I think Liverpool fans would be the same, surely. Say this was Arsenal or Man City or Man United, and their 3 or 4 best players had 10 months left in their contract. We'd be saying, that's a joke, terribly run, how could you let that happen? You know, so when it's happened to us, we can't sit there and pretend we wouldn't say the same about the opposition. It's incompetence. I don't know what, whoever, last season, obviously, Klopp and George Schmachter was the basically the chosen sporting director from Jurgen Klopp, which, your manager shouldn't be choosing your sporting director. That should be the club. So that's a shambles right there. And obviously a manager's going to pick someone more favourable for him so they don't have arguments and stuff like that. And it's easier for the manager to work with. So that's why you shouldn't be doing that. The club should not allow that. But he was the sporting director last year, and he would have known them 3 guys were coming to the end of their contract. For it to not be sorted out last year, I know Klopp said he was leaving around, January time. We should have been, like, last summer, should have bought the midfielders that we bought and then signed them 3 up to new contracts. Or as the season was going. To then know that, Klopp's leaving in January, halfway through the season, and you realise you've got Van Dijk, Trent, and Salah, who only know Jurgen Klopp as well, and all his backroom staff. And they know he's leaving, and it's going to be a massive change at the football club. You're then playing with fire because, it don't matter who you go and get in, unless it's someone like Pep Guardiola himself. Obviously, he's never going to be the case. Any other manager, then players are probably going to be like, what's the future hold right now?
Yeah.
And it doesn't help that the club's not buying players either to even tempt the players to sign new deals. And then
exactly.
And then I find out yesterday that we've not even spoke to him yet. Now, Virgil came out and did an interview after the last pre-season game last weekend and said he hasn't even had conversations yet. I mean, it's incompetent at its best. And look, signing all three of them up, I get it. Might be a bit difficult at any time, especially with Virgil and Salah at their age. Not signing Trent up is a liability for me. He's 25. He's got so much value to the football club anyway. And if he's free on the market, Real Madrid are going to snap him up. Of course they are.
This is
they're right back down for years then.
No, but I completely agree. But it's not like something that is just
it's
not come out of nowhere. Like I was having this conversation with Terry on the football Terry 6 months ago. I was like, all these players have got 18 months left on the deal. Why have they not got no one signed up? And I'm not being funny, yeah, but like these three players that are all out of contract, they've all got Liverpool over a barrel now as well. Because the thing is as well, bro, who out of those three is going to be the first person to sign a contract? Because I'm not being funny. If I'm Salah, I'm going, I'll just wait to see what you do with Van Dijk. Because I don't want to sign a contract. First of all, I don't want to sign a contract and not be given a bigger years. I don't want to be given less than Salah because Van Dijk. Because if I'm Salah and I sign a 2-year contract at 350k a week, what happens if Van Dijk next week signs a 4-year contract at 375 grand a week? I'm going to be like, well, I should have waited. So I feel like those, I think you're right. I think Salah and Van Dijk are slightly different because of their ages. But Trent, I'm not being funny. Yeah. And obviously a lot of Liverpool fans are not going to want to hear this. But if I'm Trent's agent, I'm telling him, don't sign a contract yet. I say, run it down. Yeah. Wait until you get to the summer. And then you're out of contract. And then you'll see probably Real Madrid, if we're being honest, because Carvajal's probably his last year. You'll see what Real Madrid have to say. You'll see what all the clubs in Europe have to say. You'll see what Liverpool have to say. And then you can make your decision. Trent has absolutely no rush whatsoever to sign a new contract. And I cannot believe the people upstairs at Liverpool have let it get into this situation. And I've been calling it out for months and months and months. And then, there's some real naive fans. And I don't want to sound like I'm attacking Liverpool fans there, because I'm honestly not. I know we've got some naive City fans as well. Every club has naive fans. But like, I remember when I went on the, obviously you said you watched the video, the clip that went viral of Terry posting me talk about Liverpool a month ago. And some of the comments in there was like, oh, we're just waiting to see, who gets signed on the contracts before we sign a player. And I was just like, that's a really naive comment. If you think that Liverpool just went, oh, we're not going to sign any players because we need to work out what's happening with the players that need a contract negotiation, or, Arne Slot needs to work out what's going on with the squad. I mean, it's absolute nonsense. And I feel, and I said it on that video, I feel that Liverpool, in my opinion, bro, are about to enter a period of managed decline. I really do. I think that this year you're going to be okay because you've still got Salah, you've still got Van Dijk, you've still got Trent. But if those three players leave, which at the moment you have to accept, Jamie, that they are leaving at the end of the season, because
at this moment in time,
at this moment,
they're leaving. At
this moment, they are leaving. If they leave, I mean, what is? I cannot believe your football club has let those three players get to 10 months of the contract.
It gets worse though, because it looks like Alisson's leaving next year as well. Obviously, we've gone and because we've gone and signed Mamardashvili, haven't we, from Valencia? I think he's a very good goalkeeper, obviously, and he's going on loan to Bournemouth for the whole season. So he's going on loan for Bournemouth for the whole season. So it obviously looks like Alisson wants to leave as well, probably next year or in 2 years' time. So if Liverpool next year lose Alisson Becker, Virgil van Dijk, Trent Alexander-Arnold and Mo Salah,
see you later.
That's almost impossible to come back from for any club. even
bro,
if you've got money.
You
know
what's
what I mean?
happening?
That's impossible for any club. It don't matter how rich you are or how poor you are. That is impossible to come back from. That's just, as you say, managed decline. It's just, look, I get it. Mamadashvili he will be Alisson's replacement, which I'm quite happy. Like, if we go replace him, he's a very good goalkeeper, so I'm okay with that because that's future planning, and I think teams should future plan. That's a good idea. But the Trent one, look, every team in the world would want Trent Alexander-Arnold on a free. There's no doubt about it. He's super talented. I know what matter what people think about his defending. On the ball, he's one of the best in the world.
Oh, 100%.
Every team, if he's a freebie, agents around Europe must be going, whoa, what is, and agents talk to agents. Trent's agent's probably been spoken to by someone already. And Trent probably does feel a loyalty to Liverpool Football Club because it's his club. It's his team. So he's obviously going to feel some kind of loyalty. But that doesn't mean he has to stay. Do you know what I mean? He doesn't mean, look, he's won everything at Liverpool. It's not like he's underachieved. Yeah. So,
but here's the thing,
Real
Jamie,
Madrid win every week. Why would
but here's the thing. Why would Trent sign a contract now? Surely, surely, even if he wanted to sign a contract with Liverpool, surely he'd go, well, I might sign one, but I'm going to wait, first of all, to see what you guys do. Are you guys going to sign players? Are you going to replace Mohamed Salah? Are you going to sign Banner? Why would he sign a contract now unless Liverpool came out with a ridiculous wage? That's the only way I've seen it, bro. If Liverpool come out and was like, right, we're going to give you 400 grand a week. You're going to make you the highest paid defender.
Yeah, he's going to sign.
Then he's going to sign. Yeah. But if they're offering 250, 300 grand a week, which he's probably going to get in England or at Real Madrid, why would he sign that? He'd probably just go, well, I'd like to stay because I'm a Scouser, whatever. I want to play. I want to play for Liverpool. I don't really want to leave, but I'm only going to sign if you replace Salah, if you invest in the squad. And at the moment, you've signed no one. And I called this out, right? I called this out a month ago and I said, why are Liverpool putting out this PR that, we're just waiting for Arne Slot to assess the squad? I'm sorry. If anyone believed that, it's absolute nonsense. Every single football fan in the world knew that Liverpool needed a DM. Everyone. Because you had Endo. And I thought actually Endo done an all right job last year, if I'm being honest with you. But he's not at the standard of winning Premier League.
For the money he cost.
No, exactly.
Job. Yeah.
He done an okay job. The point is, you knew, Jamie, I knew, and every single person in the world knew that Liverpool needed a new DM. So why are Liverpool putting out this PR that, we're just going to assess the squad? No.
That's what we do.
I just don't understand it.
Liverpool's PR is one of the best in the world because, I used to fall for it. I was one of them fans who used to fall for it back in the day. I just woke up now. But fans still fall for it today because their PR is excellent. They will make you double think. You think you're going at them in your head, and then the PR will come out, and people will like, oh, hang on, yeah, maybe they got a point, and then once you think that, they've got you. You know what I mean? And that what you were saying earlier, because all three of them are going down at the same time, which, by the way, is ridiculous. Your best players' contract should be spread out so they don't all end at the same time.
100%. And you know what as well, bro? I'm now starting to look at my club and I'm starting to look at players and going, right, we need to get him signed. It might be 3 years away, but I'm looking at him going, well, he's 3 years. He's also 3 years. So you need to get him signed because I'm trying to learn off what you're experiencing. Sorry, bro.
Exactly. You shouldn't be. And it's all because what you said a minute ago as well, contract lengths. Trent's obviously going to get the longest deal because of his age.
Yeah, of course.
So if Trent's going to get a 5-year deal and like over 300 grand a week or whatever it's going to be, which is probably going to be the case.
Mm-hmm.
And then Virgil's like, well, I'm 33, but I want to stay at Liverpool. So just give me a long deal. Players don't want short deals. They want, when they're coming to a certain age, they want to know they've got reassurance and comfortability and insurances. So they like a longer deal at that age. So Virgil will be looking at, right, I'd rather retire at Liverpool. Just give me a 4-year deal.
Yeah.
Liverpool are never going to give Virgil van Dijk a 4-year deal at 33. It ain't going to happen. It's not going to happen. Salah, 31, you could argue they could give him a 4-year deal because I don't see any decline in Mo Salah right now, to be perfectly honest. And he looks as fit as he's ever done. So you could argue giving it to him and then Virgil's the odd one out. But I don't want to be Virgil be the odd one out because still at 30, 33, he's still our best defender anyway, no matter what anyone thinks. He's still our best defender and he's our captain. So this is where Liverpool got the issue. I personally think Liverpool, this is my opinion, I don't know if it's true or whatever other Liverpool fans think. I think Liverpool are only bothered about Trent right now. As a club, I think they're only bothered about Trent. And I wouldn't be shocked if he's the only one they offer a contract to. Because I read something by Melissa Reddy yesterday, which was a bit worried about, Liverpool talking about, how much money it would cost to eventually replace these 3 players. And it's like, the way she worded it was like, no, that don't sound good. That sounds like they're not going to offer contracts at all. But I think they go off a Trent one and say Trent's going to have them over a barrel, but it's just the way it's going to be. You have to give Trent a deal. If out of any of the 3, you've got to give Trent the deal for me because the value in the player, it's too high. And he could go around Madrid, as you say, next season and be their right back for 7 years comfortably.
No, and I agree. And it's quite funny, isn't it? Because you're spot on. It's sort of like when you're younger. Well, actually, when you're really, really young, you want a big deal. So when you're 16, 17, 18, you want a big deal because you want that big 5-year contract. So you're 16, 17, coming through the academy. And you're like, right, I've got that big contract. I'm set for life. And then when you get to sort of 22, 23, what you're going to start seeing is now players have got the money in the bank because they've just had that big 5-year contract. And then they're going to start running the contract down as Trent Alexander-Arnold's done. But then when you get towards the end of your career, you kind of recognize that you're like, right, okay, I'm at the end of my career. I need that one big contract. And then obviously the clubs don't really want to give it. And you know what? It's kind of funny, mate, because we was in the exact same position last year with Ilkay Gundogan. And Ilkay Gundogan, the reports were he wanted a 2 to 3 year contract. City initially were really slow to even enter the contract negotiations. When we did enter contract negotiations, we was only prepared to give him a 1-year deal. Barcelona was prepared to give him a 2 to 3 year deal. He wanted that security, as you mentioned. He ended up going Barcelona, but by the end, we was sort of scrambling and saying, no, we'll give it you. My advice, obviously, I know that Liverpool are not listening to this, but my advice would be the likes of Salah, especially because Salah's a little bit younger than Van Dijk, just give him the deal, get it done. And then deal with the rest of the squad at a later date. And you're right. I mean, Trent Alexander-Arnold, for me, I think if he does sign a contract, it'll be towards the end of the season because I don't understand why you'd sign one now.
No, you wait it out, don't you? You wait it out.
You wait it out because the only reason he's going to sign a new contract, as we've mentioned, is if they offer him loads of money, like a ridiculous amount, or they guarantee him signings. But he's not going to sign that deal now. So I just feel like Liverpool have sort of let themselves get into this position. The Zubimendi thing as well, mate. I want to question you on the Zubimendi thing, right? Because I don't understand. Zubimendi's already rejected Bayern. He's already rejected Arsenal. Liverpool
fucked up. That's what happened.
Like, what?
Because he was ours. We messed up.
I don't understand it, mate.
So Zubimendi said yes to Liverpool. Right, even the Real Sociedad media have even said that. He said yes to Liverpool, but what Liverpool did, they waited too long to finance the deal and gave him time to think about it. Yeah, he went out in the mountains with no Wi-Fi, chilling, thinking about it. You know what I mean? Could get hold of him.
Like 5G.
Yeah, and you know what? Hometown guys, we know what it's like. We've seen our players before. Hometown players are extremely hard to buy because of the loyalty they feel to their club. Yeah, it's different. They're not, not all footballers are mercenaries, but you know what I mean? Like they got more loyalty to that club. So it was always going to be hard to buy him, but he did say yes. But what we did, it's a £51 million release clause. And we know the release clauses in Spain, every player's got one. It's always very difficult to buy players from Spain. As Arsenal finding out, Marino right now, it is very difficult. But we try to structure the deal because that's what Liverpool do. Try to structure deals as they're playing the release clause up front. So because we're trying to structure a deal, it takes time, don't it? It takes so much time. So in that time, Zubimendi's thinking it over. And then Real Sociedad, you got to be fair to them. They played a blinder. They pretty much told him, look, because the way it works in Spain, if you want to leave the football club, you've got to go to the offices of Madrid and pay the money and pay the release clause yourself.
Because it's a buyout clause, not a release clause.
Exactly. And they got to go to the Madrid offices to pay it out themselves. And because he said that, that's when it clicked in that I can't do this and he's going to stay. And now, Sociedad already knew the contract Liverpool go offer him because he's on very small wages, obviously, at Sociedad. And Liverpool could have trebled his wages, basically. And Sociedad have now promised him something they can't actually give him. So now he's in a weird position himself, which is whatever. My whole thing is, though, I don't care about missing out on him. Teams miss out on players. It's what happens. My whole problem is we've got no plan B. That's what's pissing me off. I'm
strange.
Liverpool, under when Michael Edwards was sporting director or Jurgen Klopp as manager, we had plan Bs. We went after the Lazio midfielder, the Polish guy. We didn't get him. A few hours later, we went and got Wijnaldum. Timo Werner, we all remember that. Didn't get him. 24 hours, we got Jota. There's always been plan Bs at Liverpool where they move on quickly. We got Fabinho 24 hours after losing the Champions League final in Madrid. We've got plan Bs all the time, but now it's like, no, he's the only one. No one else can improve us but Zubimendi. That's the PR. And it's like, yeah, we've got good youngsters, Tyler Morton and all that. They're coming through. They're going to be good players, Trey Neone. But why are we putting the weight of the world on their shoulders instead of letting them slowly become players that they should be? Take their time, let them be in the background, play the odd game here and there, substitute appearances, stuff like that. But you buy a player, take that weight off them, and they get even better because of it. It's that's what's driving me mad, to be honest.
It's straight, but then listen, this might be a little bit conspiracy theory, and I know chat's gonna shout me down on this, but I almost feel. I know this is stupid, but I almost feel like Liverpool almost knew that Zubimendi would reject them, and that's why they've gone for him. And then have just been like, there's no one else out there, because it's sort of like there are other players out there. Jean Neves was available for a similar fee. Varela was available for a similar fee. Ugate's been available for a similar fee. There's other players in the Premier League that you could have gone for.
You've got Gomez at Wolves that you can go for. You have Varela, who's got a release clause in Portugal that you could easily go for. Bruno Guimaraes at Newcastle. Look, at the end of the day, I know City were looking at it as well. But Bruno, let's face it, he's waiting for either Liverpool, City, Arsenal, Man United to pay for him. Yeah. He's sitting there waiting, If Liverpool want to be ambitious and keep the players at the team that they got now, just going off for 100 million for him at Newcastle. Yeah, Are you paying over the odds? Probably, but you're showing ambition.
Yeah, I've got to say, to be honest with you, mate, I genuinely think that your club is, unfortunately for you, on the decline. I think you'll be all right this year because you're going to keep your three players.
Yeah, we've still got a very good squad this year.
No, 100%. I think this year you're going to be fine. But I think if those three players leave and you're not going to be able to buy, those three players leave next year, you're downgrading every single one of them. Let's be honest.
Got 16 days. They got 16 days to turn it around. They could turn all this around in 16 days and then happy days. They could turn it around in 16 days and then you see how the season's going. And then by January, Trent and Virgil and Mo will look at how the season's going and the manager's playing. You got the new signings in. And then it's easier for them to sit down and talk about contracts. Yeah. But that's why Liverpool got 16 days to sort this mess out. They can turn it round. Just get off your arse and turn it around. It's 100%. Like we're hearing PR now that there's nothing much they can do in 16 days. We bought Endo in 24 hours. It's not.
No, 100%. I guess the thing is it's more the style of the way that you're operating now, isn't it? Because every team wants to get the business done early, and then you just sit back throughout August. You sat there, you've done your business, and you're looking at everyone else going, you're stressed. We're all just sitting there chilling. The fact that Liverpool haven't made a signing when they really need to, the fact they've not got any of these contracts across the line yet, people just look at it and go, what is happening at that football club? I agree with you, mate. It's this next 16 days, I know we've not even kicked a ball yet of the season, but these next 16 days could be the biggest 16 days of Liverpool's season. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. Guys, make sure you guys are smashing up the likes. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button. We're 6 likes away from 100 likes. So make sure you guys are smash that thumbs up button. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel as well. Make sure you guys are subscribed to Jamie's channel as well. Link is in the description. What's your take on City then, bro? Sorry, not City. I want to come to Arsenal, actually. I want to go to Arsenal. City obviously only signed one player, Savio. Now, there are rumours coming out that City are going to sign another player. But Arsenal, obviously the closest to City right now, I'm sure you probably agree.
Yeah.
Why do you always get the feeling with Arsenal that they take one step forward, but instead of taking that extra step and really going for it, they're just not quite sure about it. Like, why are they not going for it big time this transfer window, man?
Yeah, it's a weird one because I do think, City doing a 4-peat, I think took a lot out of City. And you can understand that mentally. That's a massive achievement to do, ain't it? Mentally, 4 in a row, keep performing at that level week in, week out. Does eventually catch up with every team. It don't matter who you are and who you're managed by. It will eventually catch you up. And as you say, you're not really bought anyone yet, apart from the one player. So there's a chance here for Arsenal with their younger, fresher squad, climbing to take advantage. I don't think Calafiori was a player they needed to buy. Because they got Timber, who didn't play last year, but he's back this season.
Yep.
That shores up their defence. I just didn't know if Calafiori was the right guy. I look at Martinelli. I don't trust him as a left winger, if I'm an Arsenal fan. I think he's had one fantastic season and the whole time he's been at Arsenal, in my opinion.
I agree. A lot of Arsenal fans don't like hearing that, but I agree with you.
What was it, 2 seasons ago? He had that excellent season's output. Was amazing. You got Trossard, I think, is a gifted little player, but is he enough? And then Saka, look, they got no option but Saka. He has to play every week. He will break down eventually. It's going to happen eventually.
I agree.
Havertz, is he going to get enough goals? And then Thomas Partey, I think he's a big option. I think Thomas Partey is the second best DM in the league, behind Rodri. But he never plays. He's never fit or he's never available enough. And Rice is a good player. So they got great players. It's just, I think they could have upgraded on a left wing position. They could have got an option for Saka and then just get that killer up front. And then I would have gone, man, they're the team to catch this.
But why do Arsenal always do? I always feel that with Arsenal because listen, and this is not just Arsenal under Arteta. This was under Arsene Wenger. I remember when they went for Suarez, funny enough, and they could have got Suarez from Liverpool. If they would have signed Suarez from Liverpool that year, do you remember when that all went on? They would have won the league that year. 100%, they would have won the league that year. But instead of just going in and saying, right, 50 mil, 60 mil, they went in with that stupid bid of like 40 million pound and a penny or whatever.
40 million and a pound, wasn't it?
Yeah, they never got him and never won the league. If they would have got Suarez that year, they would have won the Premier League 100%.
Yeah.
I feel like, do you remember, was it, not last year, the year before, when in January they were leading Manchester City, they were leading us by like 6 or 7 points, and they ended up buying Trossard and Jorginho, both of which were decent signings. But by the end of the window, as a City fan, I was like, I don't think they've done enough. I feel like we can catch him, and we did catch him. Last year, the same. I always feel that with Arsenal, and I feel like it's the same so far this window. They make decent signings. They sign good players, but instead of going like fully for it, they always just sort of hold back a little bit. And I feel like if this year they went out and just signed, maybe they get Calafiori. Jacob's in the chat, or someone in the chat said they did need Calafiori. They get Calafiori, they get a winger, and then they get a striker. All of a sudden, as a City fan, I'm going, oh shit! If they would have got Tony, right, Calafiori, and a midfielder or a winger or whatever, it doesn't. By the way, that doesn't cost that much. Maybe it costs 150 mil. As a City fan, I'm going, they've got options now. They've got Tony, they've got this new midfielder, they've got this new defender. I'm worried. But I'm looking at it at the moment, I'm going, they signed Moreno and Calafiori.
They can't get Moreno through the door yet, can they?
Well, they can't get him through the door. But I'm thinking as a City fan, is that going to close the gap? And I'm sitting here thinking, listen, it might do, but I'm not sitting here going, oh, damn, we're in the mud. Like, I just don't get it, bro. I feel like they always just, they run it around at 85% effort level rather than 100%.
Yeah, I agree. And Arsenal are a fantastic side, and no one's here debating that. They're a great team.
Completely agree.
But every great team needs to improve every year. Look at Real Madrid last year. Didn't they win everything? And then they got Mbappe. Great teams just keep improving. It's Arsenal for the title, I think it's there for them. Look, Liverpool are where they are at the moment. United are nowhere near. Villa are not in the mix just yet. Chelsea, don't know what they're going to do. Chelsea could finish first or 20th. I have no idea.
Yeah.
So
True.
Arsenal got a massive advantage over probably 17, 18 more teams in the Premier League this year to really do something special. And I know everyone's talking about Gabriel Jesus in the chat. Gabriel Jesus doesn't like being on the bench. We know this. He doesn't like. He wants to play. Yeah. And if he plays up front, is he good enough? Is that good?
He's not a striker.
And he weren't good enough at City. He weren't good enough at City. So if he's going to be a winger, he's not better than Saka on the right, and he likes Martinelli on the left. So that leaves Havertz as your false nine. I don't know if Havertz is a quite, he comes in clutch occasionally, Havertz. I will say that.
Yeah.
He's a clutch player. But I don't know if he's the player that wins you a title.
Well, if you look at his season last year, if you look at the first half of the season in terms of like getting goals and goal contributions, I know football's not just all about G&A, but I'm talking about G&A at the moment. The first half of the season, really bad. I think he got like 2 goals and 1 assist. Look at the second half of the season, absolutely incredible. Chat can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think he got 14 goals or assists in 15 games in the last 15 games. So towards the end of the season, he was absolutely on fire. If you get that Kai Havertz for the full season, yeah, no problem. You don't need to sign another striker. Havertz will be fine. If you get the first half Kai Havertz, then you've got a serious problem. And one of the issues I think you've got with Arsenal is they don't have that killer inside the box, do they? I mean, no. Jesus ain't a killer. I think Jesus is best position on the wing.
Not bad. Trossard's not bad.
Yeah, but he's more out on the wing. I'm saying you want a player in the penalty area.
Need a Jota.
You need a Jota, you need a Haaland, you need an Aguero, you need someone like that who, when the ball comes to them, 9 times out of 10, the ball's in the back of the net. You're not going to get that with Gabriel Jesus. I can tell you that from first-hand experience. And Kai Havertz, well, he did it in the second half of the season, but he didn't do it in the first half of the season. So what's going to happen this year? So, listen, I think Arsenal have a great chance of winning the Premier League, 100%. Please don't think I'm saying that they're not going to win the league.
No.
I just don't understand why they're not going out there and just going big and saying, you know what, we're going to spend 150, 200 mil, whatever they can spend, the maximum, and getting a striker, getting a winger, getting a midfielder, and just proper sending a message to the rest of the Premier League that this is their year. I just kind of feel like they're just going to do the same thing as they've done in the last 2 years. They'll be very good, they'll compete, but they just won't have that they won't have that extra little bit that you need to get across the line.
I think I see Jacob in the chat saying Liverpool lost the league by a point and then signed Eintracht and won the league after. That's a fair point. But that Liverpool team, I don't think any Arsenal player this Arsenal team, I don't think there's an Arsenal player who gets in that Liverpool team.
Yeah, no. Yeah. That's a factually correct comment, Jacob. But
that Liverpool team was far better.
As James said, that Liverpool team was far better and they also had a better manager.
Yeah,
but Jacob, Jacob, your comment is correct. You can win the league this year. Of course, you can. My point isn't that you can't win the league, because you can win the league.
It's there for you.
Yeah, my point is, why are you not going big? Why are you not going getting a striker and a winger and a midfielder? So then you're sending a statement, you're sending a message. So we're not having this conversation. Instead of me and Jamie speaking about are they doing enough, me and Jamie would be sitting here going, Arsenal are moving serious, aren't they, Jamie? And we'd be talking about like they look really, they are going for it this year. I always just feel that with Arsenal, even under Arsene Wenger, you just don't get that little bit extra.
And the team don't know how to win yet either. This is another thing.
Of course,
they don't know how to get over the line yet. I mean, that season as well, Liverpool came off winning the Champions League.
Yeah,
and then when they won the Premier League. Liverpool were used to winning under Jurgen Klopp, any trophy. And this is why I always say about trophies. I hear a lot of Arsenal fans say now that they don't want to win the League Cup or FA Cup. It's just the Premier League and Champions League got to do. Do you know how hard them 2 trophies are to win? And especially with Champions League. Look at Real Madrid right now. Beating them's going to be a tough task. Yeah. So that just leaves you to Premier League. You've got to win trophies. You've got to get the team's got to feel like what it's like to win and get over the line. And that's not happening yet. And Man City know how to win. They just, even if we're Man City don't look great, like the Cities of past. Like, I don't think this City last season were the City of past, but they know how to win games of football. They know how to win trophies. They know what they have to do to go into an extra gear to win something.
Yeah.
And that's what everyone's got to beat. And that's what's been so difficult. And that's why Liverpool are the only team in the last 7 years, is it? 6 years that have done it.
Yeah.
It's so hard to do. And that doesn't mean Arsenal are a bad team. They're a fantastic team. Just this City team are on another planet at times.
Well, here's the thing as well, right? Because I completely agree. And I see Jacobs again saying, Carabao, leave me out of it. Right. Here's the truth. There's only four trophies you can win in a Premier League in a season. Now, obviously, you might be invited to the Club World Cup. So, like for City, it's 5, right? But usually, there's only 4 trophies you can win. The Champions League, you don't only have to be amazing. You don't only have to beat the best teams in Europe. You also need luck. I can tell you now, at times during our season that we won it, we would have got lucky in the final. Lukaku should have scored a couple goals. Ederson made some incredible saves. I can tell you now, Jamie said the same thing about the times that Liverpool have won it.
Yeah,
you got to get lucky. You got to get lucky. The Premier League is a 38-game slog marathon. It's hard to win. What I don't understand about this is, right, when it comes to Arsenal, is why are you not targeting those FA Cups, those Carabao Cups, to get that winning mentality, to get the players to understand how to get across the line? He disregards them, yeah? And I say this as well, Pep Guardiola, because he won 4 or 5 in a row, that guy does not care about the Carabao Cup anymore, right? He is targeting Premier Leagues and Champions Leagues only. But he's doing that because he's earned the right to do that because of the amount of trophies. In my view, Arteta should be going, right, he's not taking that seriously. City not taking that seriously. We're winning that trophy. Yeah? And if come the end of the season, we don't win the Champions League or we don't win the Prem, we're walking out with the Carabao Cup. And I know people will be like, yeah, but the Carabao Cup's dead. It's a trophy at the end of the day, and at least you've got silverware. At least you've got silver.
Gives you that winning feeling, don't it? It just gives you
the winning feeling. And I just don't understand why they don't take it seriously, man. You know what I mean?
I agree. And every time Liverpool under Klopp era has challenged Man City for the Premier League, Liverpool have either won a domestic double or a Champions League if they've not won the Premier League. Do you know what I mean? They've won, it just gives the fans that, you've put on a challenge, beautiful, you've won trophies. And, and I think this Arsenal team is fantastic. I really do. And all the Arsenal fans in the chat, you've got a great side, and I'm not dissing them at all. But I just feel like you're just a couple out away from actually conquering this City team this year. I really do. And no one wants, LB won't mind me saying this, but no one wants to see City win it again, apart from City fans, because it'd be 5 in a row. No rival wants to see that happen. So I'd like Arsenal to win the league. I'd not, go for it, do it, try your best. But yeah, I just, Osherman's there, Tony's there. I feel that I don't know if Arsenal.
Tony's not even that expensive, bro. Tony's, yeah, I'm not Tony's biggest fan, but
he's old. He's excellent though.
But to get him in the door, have something different. You know what I mean? You've got Havertz, you've got Jesus, you've got Tony, you've got options, and I just feel like you don't always need to go on, and sign £100 million player. You can sign Tony at 40 mil. You can sign a backup winger for Saka at 30 mil.
Yeah.
It's and this, by the way, is a great comment from Fromis, yeah. Says, can't signing winners also boost winning mentality? If you look around the Arsenal squad, not a lot of those players have won stuff.
No.
That's a serious issue because when they get into the pressure situations, they don't have the knowledge. Saka's never won anything in his career. Declan Rice has won 1 Conference League in his career. Jesus has won stuff in his career, but he was a backup. You know what I mean? How much has Trossard won? How much has Martinelli won? How much has Odegaard won? You know what I mean? You go through the squad. Ben White, how much has he won? Tomiyasu, David Raya. A lot of these players have not won anything. So again, I agree with you, Fromis. I think that, signing a 32-year-old on a 1-year contract who's won loads of stuff, it's not the worst signing in the world. Get experience in, because when you get into March, April, May, what you need is in your dressing room. You need players who you've got a big game. City have just won the 12:30 kickoff, right? Arsenal are playing now at 3 o'clock or 5:30. The eyes of the world are on Arsenal. Arsenal have to win. What you need is players in that dressing room who go, calm the fuck down, lads. Yeah, we've been here before. It's just a football match. 90 minutes, we're going to go out there and chill. I've done this plenty of times in my career. I'm 32, no worries. Yeah, you need those sort of players. Arsenal have the likes of Saka, who are great players. but have not got over the line and you know, signing a couple of those 30-year-olds, 32-year-olds on a free or low transfer fee just to get that experience in. I mean, I see it. I seen the links Kante going to Atletico Madrid. I think that'd be an amazing signing for Arsenal. Getting someone like
sign for Liverpool.
Bro, getting someone like that in the dressing room who's won Premier Leagues, who's won stuff, big trophies, played for France, won World Cups, who can sit there.
Helps. They don't have to play every week either. It's just the influence in the changing rooms, in training. And
spot on.
I just worry. What my only concern about Arsenal, and I'm not obviously an Arsenal fan, but because I see it further away, I could probably say this. Arsenal are building a tremendous squad of young players, and they want to grow together and win things together. And as they get older, they're going to get better and better and better. I love the idea, and it's the right idea to have in modern football. But the problem is, every year you don't go without winning something, they're not going to develop into the players they should be. And that's my, if I was an Arsenal fan, that would be my only issue. So there's nothing wrong. I know the world thinks buying a 30-year-old today is terrible, what we're doing, but
yeah, they do.
You know, if you're getting a quality 30-year-old in that can just influence the team, and he's not there to be a first-team player exactly. Like Liverpool bought James Milner after he won the league with Man City, right? And that helped Liverpool. Look how much of an influence is at Liverpool. James Milner is an absolute legend for us because of that. You know, just coming off a league win for Man City, coming to Liverpool when we're trying to grow. Just before Klopp arrived, and you know, and he was part of the fabric of Klopp's team because Klopp knew how important he was, even in his mid-30s.
Yeah,
these players were important to have. Let's not forget about that. So, yeah, Arsenal. Yeah, if you could get a striker in and another midfielder, maybe, or a winger cover for Saka, then LB is saying right now, you know, he'd be worried.
Yeah, it's very interesting, man. I'm buzzing for the season. I can't lie, man. I'm looking forward to it, guys. Make sure you guys have smashed the like button if you've not done so already. Over 250 people tuned in right now. Let's hit those thumbs up button. Completely free and really help support the channel. And you can find Jamie's channel linked in the description. Make sure you subscribe to that. Make sure you subscribe to the second channel as well. More LB. We just hit 5K subs on the second channel today. And we're closing in on 20K on the main channel, man. So make sure you subscribe. But yeah, man, listen, I can't wait. I can't wait for the season to start. Obviously, United are on tomorrow, so I'll watch that. Hopefully, Fulham can do something.
Oh,
and then
if Fulham win that game.
Oh, mate, it'd be amazing. I feel like everyone's just kind of forgot about United being crap. You know what I mean? I feel like, they beat City in the FA Cup and they give him a new contract. And I feel like everyone just thinks that it's going to be fine. And I think
they bought 3 defenders and now they go win the league, isn't it?
Hilarious.
I don't see goals in their team. Where's goals coming from?
I completely agree.
I think they're shore up their defence better because weren't it only Sheffield United who had more shots than their goal than United in the whole
the defensive
England
last year?
England's 5 leagues. I think they had like the second worst.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're shore up their defence a little bit. There's no doubt about that. But when I look at United's forward line, I'm like, who's going to score the goals?
Yeah. No, I agree. Completely agree. Listen, guys, big up for joining us today. Hopefully you enjoyed the show. If you did, smash the like button. Make sure you guys are subscribed. Obviously, again, Jamie's channel's in the description. Make sure you subscribe there. I'll be back tomorrow. I've got the show at 1 p.m. with Martin and Tone, which is always a crazy show. Debates, arguments, whatever. It always pops off. 1 p.m. tomorrow. And then obviously I'll try and get that watch along. I just need to fit the skybox up in the corner of my room. So we'll see if I can get that done. Hope you enjoyed the show. If you did, smash a like. See you tomorrow, guys. See you later.